The lights are blinding, the crowd is wild, and the card is downright insane. Cena and Lesnar collide one last time. EO defends against somebody. CM Punk teams up with the returning AJ Lee. Unbelievable tag match that no one saw coming. It isn't just another event. This is Wrestlepalooza 2025, and we've got predictions that could shake up the entire WWE Universe. This is the burning truth. We're just getting started. EO defends against Stephanie Vaquer. Hey, it's Scott Barratt, and welcome back to the burning truth. And I'm here one more time with the man who puts the burns in, Matt Burns. It's Matt Burns, everybody. Stephanie Vaquer.
I've got a question for you.
How did I forget that, Peach?
Can I say this?
Yeah.
You're already declaring that EO Sky is defending. Speaking,
she's not even the champion. Oh, she's not even the champion. Oh, fluffed that, Anta. Absolutely fluffed. Absolutely fluffed it.
Listen. This is what we love about the burning truth, because we're live.
Yeah, we're live, and I consistently make mistakes. I just don't normally get called out on them. So, I think what's important here, Matt Burns, is we tell everybody why we're here. And the most important reason that we are here is, drum roll, our yearly predictions tracker. And this is how we've been doing this year. We have predicted every WWE PLE this year, Matt Burns. Fair to say?
Yep, fair to say.
Not Saturday night's main events, not NXT PLEs, but we have every single major WWE PLE this year.
And of course, not AAA events either.
No, we haven't done the AAA or Worlds Collide events. However, we have been doing these, and we scored a fantastic 39 correct predictions each, Matt Burns. I can't believe how close it is. You were running away with it for a time, and then I made a comeback, and now we are bang on even Stevens. And 39 out of how many predictions, Matt Burns? Have you got that to hand?
61.
So we've predicted 61 matches this year, and we've both got 39 correct. Not the same 39, but we have got 39 correct.
Yep.
And we're here again.
One of us managed to get a bit of a sneaky bonus point. And that is only because
you predicted Money in the Bank winner, didn't you, this year? On the right night. So brilliant. But we have got another PLE come round really quickly this week. It's Wrestlepalooza. And we've got 5 more amazing matches to predict. How are you feeling about Wrestlepalooza, Matt Burns? Ridiculous name, great card.
Do you know what I find so funny? It's actually a former show name.
Yeah, it's an ECW, isn't it? Which we've never done, really.
Yeah. So it's unique. But at the same time, I think it's different. But I know a lot of people are sitting there saying, why are they forcing this Wrestlepalooza? Are they doing this combat AEW with their big events and everything? A lot of people, some people are sitting there speculating it's because of AEW. Others have said because it's the whole ESPN deal. It was sort of try to get their numbers up.
Do you think that's what it is?
Potentially. That's what's been
nostalgia. I don't think it's a bad shout. I appreciate that NXT do a lot of the old school WCW names.
Yes.
I really appreciate that as well. So, but this one, Wrestlepalooza from Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana, in case you're wondering, live and in living color on Saturday night, probably around midnight to 1 a.m. UK time if you're watching along. But 5 incredible matches, Matt Burns, that we want to predict. And we want to know what your predictions are for the event also. So as we go through them, make sure you get your predictions either in the live chat. To chat in the live chat, all you need to do is be a subscriber below. Help us get to 1,000 subscribers. Hit that subscribe button. It's free to do, and we'll love you forever. Also, like the video, share it out, and do all that good stuff. But get your predictions into the live chat. And if you're not watching live and you're watching back, that's cool too. Get them in the comments below because we want to know your predictions too. And there's big forfeits on the line for mine and Matt Burns' predictions this year because the loser will get chopped live on YouTube. And I can't wait because, Matt Burns, if I win, I've got something special up my sleeve just for you. With that being said, it's predictions time.
It is. Oh, where do we start? The weird thing about it is, I sit back and I look at this card and I just go, where do you start? With the 5 matches that we've got, absolute top quality matches.
Yeah.
And the question is will a championship main event?
Will a championship main event? I honestly believe I'm going to go here early, right? That hand on heart, I honestly believe that the biggest drawing match on this card is John Cena, Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
I also think that might open the event. WWE have got a pattern of doing this at the minute. They do it a lot with Roman Reigns. If he isn't closing the show, he opens the show. And that seems to be a theme. I know it's contractual for Roman Reigns, but WWE does like to close the show with Cody Rhodes. They are focusing on the next guy. And if this is this the first PLE on the new ESPN deal?
Yes.
They will want to start it with a bang.
Yes.
And that's why I honestly believe they might start with Johnson. I might be wrong. I might be right. But that's just what I think.
But what order shall we go in for the predictions?
Whatever order you like, Matt Burns. I'm happy to be led by you. Let's start with some of the less consequential matches.
You know what? No, we could do that. But instead, I'm gonna go straight out the gate with a championship match.
Oh, we're on.
Singles match for the vacant Women's World Championship.
Yeah, vacant. Make sure I remember that.
Vacant.
Io Sky is not the champion.
Repeat. Io Sky is not the champion.
Yet. Io Sky versus Stephanie Vaquer. What do we think, Matt Burns?
Do you want to go first or would you like me?
Go. Yeah, go.
I'll go first. I am going to go with Stephanie Vaquer.
You think Stephanie Vaquer gets the win?
Yes, I do.
I'm going the other way. And I think, interestingly enough, this match could go either way.
I agree
I don't think
with
it's
you.
set in stone either way. What?
I agree with you. It can go either way, but there's a factor right now that I can see come into play.
And that is?
Asuka.
You think there's going to be some Oscar involvement in this?
I have a feeling because they've been building up Asuka as a heel almost for that turn, because Io's been a bit too close to Rhea, not spending around too much with Kyrie and Asuka. But the difference is Kyrie seems to be like the more timid of the group out of Asuka, but you got Asuka who's constantly yelling, screaming, and shouting, ordering Kyrie, saying, it's almost like follow me right now or else, or something like that.
Yeah, and I get it. I don't see it. I think Stephanie Vaquer is a great talent. I think she'll probably be the Rumble winner this year. That's my early prediction for Stephanie Vaquer. I think she's the Women's Rumble winner. However, I will say that I don't see her winning this. I think Io Sky gets the win. And I think it's the right thing. And do you know what my evidence is for that? My evidence is every single time I think WWE are going to go a different direction, Io Sky wins. I did it at WrestleMania. I did it at the events leading up to WrestleMania. Every time I think it's going to be a different result, Io Sky gets the win. And therefore, I'm going Io Sky.
So what happens if you go for Io Sky and she doesn't win?
Well, do you know what I mean? That's the chance we've got to take. If you disagree with Matt Burns and agree with me, hit the like below. If you think Stephanie Vaquer's got no chance in Wrestlepalooza, hit that like button. What's next, Matt Burns? Where are we going?
Well, either way, regardless of who wins, both of them deserve
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Both
Genuinely, I believe Stephanie Vaquer is going to be the Rumble winner. Early prediction there. But there we go. Do you know what, Matt Burns? I was thinking we're quite through the year now. Do you remember we did a 2025 predictions way back at the end of December, beginning of January?
I wonder if you're going to have to look back at that.
We're going to pull that out in the next few months and see how we did. Probably around Cena's last match time. I think we should pull that out and do an episode and see how we did. Where are we going next for Wrestlepalooza?
We're going to Teddy Long's favorite match. It's a tag team match, players.
Love it.
And we're going to go with the Usos. Versus the Vision.
The Vision, yeah. Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker. I don't know why they're not called the Bron Bronsons now. But Usos versus the Bron Bronsons.
I think it's too many bronze.
Too many bronze. Too much bronze. Not enough silver.
That's almost a tag team in its own right.
And it's too many bronze. So Usos versus Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker. The reunited Usos. You know, one of the greatest tag teams we've seen in the WWE ever, I dare say at this point. Certainly would make it into my tag team top 5. Bron Breakker, Bronson Reed on the up. Does it hurt the Usos if they lose? I don't think so. Does it hurt Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed if they lose?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, Matt Burns, I'm going to go the Vision.
Well, unfortunately, I'm afraid I've got some bad news. I've got to agree with you.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I think it has to be the Vision for the win here. I can't see it going any. I mean, maybe it'll surprise me, but I just don't think these two. And do you know what else I think? As an extra, I'll give you my bonus here. We get the turn. LA Knight joins the Vision on Saturday night.
Ooh!
So let me tell you me thinking. I watched an interview with LA Knight.
For a minute, then I thought you were going to say instead of "let me tell you," I was expecting you to go, "Let me talk to you."
Yeah, no. I saw an interview on YouTube with LA Knight in character talking about Jey Uso, and he said he came on the scene 2020. Yeah, got really hot with his 4-letter catchphrase starting with a Y. He was getting the crowd behind him. He had the glasses with LA Knight on. He said it was all going really well. And then he said his face didn't quite fit. And before you know it, there's another babyface superstar with a 4-letter word beginning with Y that the crowd are singing along to. There's another wrestler who's got his name or his catchphrase on his glasses. And he's basically saying that Jey stole his gimmick, basically. But Matt Burns, when you look at the similarities, there is something in that. And one got over very organically, and one was a little bit shoved down our throats. True or not true?
Oh.
True or not true? One was organic and one was a bit chucked down our throats, but we didn't mind because it was Jey.
We didn't mind it, but at the same time,
when you look back, we've been played.
But
I love, but because of your reaction now, I love the idea of the heel turn for LA Knight.
It's great storytelling.
It's so perfect. And it's probably accidental, but it's so perfect.
It's a villain with a
who's right. Who's right? Yeah, I love a villain
justified.
Who's right. I love a villain who's justified. And that's what we're going to get. We're going to get LA Knight. He's going to join the Vision. And before you know it, we've got the 4. We've got the 4 that we've got the team of 4, the stable. 3's okay. 4 is the magic number. LA Knight joins the Vision for me. And then you've also got your War Games team. Ready?
Yeah.
Whose game is it? LA Knight.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where I think we're going. Yeah. So the Vision, but for me, I think it's interference and a turn for one Los Angeles night.
Do you makes it weirder? He could probably even, trick the crowd with it. He said, "Whose game night is it? The Vision."
Yeah, could do all that, couldn't he? Yeah, I can't wait for him to say, no, this isn't Sing Along with LA Knight. LA Knight says it by himself and gives it proper old school rock. Right, so we're both going the Vision. So just to catch us up, Io Sky versus Stephanie Vaquer. You've gone Vaquer. I've gone Io. Usos versus the Vision. You've gone the Vision, and I have also gone the Vision. Where are we going next, Matt Burns?
We're heading to
Train on the Tracks.
Mixed tag team match.
And I said there's some big matches on this card. There isn't one, though, that I'm looking forward to more than this one.
Yeah.
CM Punk and AJ Lee versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. A personal rivalry, but also a really good excuse to get AJ Lee back into WWE, back into a program. I think the whole thing's been fantastic. The return was brilliant. It's long-term storytelling for Seth Rollins and CM Punk. I still think that might be a Mania main event this year.
I think it will be, but at the same time, I think this could lead to another story as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a women's rivalry here as well, isn't there?
Yeah. Easy.
I agree. I totally agree. Couldn't agree more. So CM Punk, AJ Lee, where are we going, Matt Burns? I'll let you go first. AJ Lee's first match in over 12 years.
We know that Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch have done it before, but they did it as a face previously, but the crowd just booed them.
Yep.
Where this time they seem to be on the opposite side, it seems to suit them better. It seems to feel right.
Yeah.
I feel as though the difference is with Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch in this match, I feel as though one side in this match could take the loss.
Yeah.
And build a new contender. Whereas if it goes the other way, it diminishes a big return. And it is a big return.
It's huge. It's a huge return for women's wrestling. It's the biggest return for women's wrestling in forever. I watched it in bed the morning after it happened on SmackDown. I thought it was fabulous.
I watched it live.
I tried to hold back the tears when I was watching it. I thought it was really well done. And I don't think AJ Lee's first match back after 12 years ends in a loss. I just don't, Matt Burns. But I want to know what you think.
CM Punk and AJ Lee for the win.
Well, I'm glad I've convinced you.
You didn't convince me. I already had it set in stone.
Well, I think AJ Lee pins Becky Lynch for the finish.
I was just about to say, yeah, it's got to be. It's no submission.
Oh yeah, I was going to say Widow's Peak there, but that's not it. What does she call it? Flex actually style move.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all about that. Right. I mean, I could say on this PLE, Matt Burns, we're at a point in WWE now where these PLEs have got 5 main events.
Yeah.
But if we had to pick out of those 5, which are the 2 real main events, we've saved the best for last. So where are we going next?
I am as much as I know WWE will want this match to be the last match. I don't think it's the biggest match on the card. Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre.
Cody and Drew. And I feel like this has come a bit out of nowhere. Yeah, I genuinely believe that this has come out a bit of nowhere, and I'm unsure how I feel about it. I know Cody's been off filming, and that's why it's probably felt a bit disjointed.
You know, he might have a bit of a guile to him.
A bit of a guile, yeah, absolutely. Well done. Well done. Well done. You can have that. But yeah, it feels like the first of a couple. Maybe
it feels the start.
Yeah, it feels like the start. And I think for me, I'm going to go early on this one, Matt Burns. I haven't really got a reason why, other than I just can't see him losing the title. It's Cody for me.
Yeah, I do. But at the same time, the real question you got to sit there and think down the road is, who is going to eventually claim it?
I know, and it's great. It is. Do you know what? It's phenomenal to be in a place in professional wrestling right now, especially in WWE, especially knowing the eras that we've lived through, the Attitude Era, the Ruthless Aggression Era, where the titles changed hands very, very often. To get to a point now in 2025 where it's more likely that the title is retained than changed. Like, we expect multi-year title runs now. And that's a fabulous place to be, because when the title changes, it will be a surprise. Now, do I think this could be a surprise? Absolutely. And would I be happy for Drew McIntyre if he took the title off Cody Rhodes on Saturday? Yeah, absolutely. But head, heart, I just don't see it, Matt Burns.
I couldn't agree with you more. I just feel as though it's too short. A Claymore to the table just feels like the start of something.
Yeah, it does. This feels like the first of 2 or 3 matches, and maybe including Randy Orton.
It feels like chapter 5. It feels like chapter 5 of a 40-chapter novel.
Yeah, absolutely. And if the men's Rumble wants to go for the world title at WrestleMania this year, not the WWE title has been for the last couple of years, I would. Although, world title was last year as well. I want it J-Uso this year. But I would more than happily still watch Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes in a main event at WrestleMania for the WWE title.
Yeah.
Because I think that's another...
and that would be a big moment for Drew.
Matt, what year are we in now? 2025. 2025, yeah. Is Drew McIntyre past his best?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Because I feel like we had his prime 2021, 22. And last year, 24, he had an amazing year. But I'm not sure.
I just feel as though at the moment, I think physicality-wise, far from it. He's far from it. You've just got to get him in the right situation where he can sink his teeth into it.
Yeah, maybe.
A bit like the holes when he was against CM Punk, the whole bracelet angle and everything. Oh, yeah. Everything. Honestly, bear in mind, he was producing banger after banger with Sheamus. He was doing banger after banger with Walter. Or should we say, the Ring General.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're going, let's just bring it back to the prediction, though. You're going Cody.
Yeah.
So that's both of us for Cody Rhodes. It just seems too short a time, doesn't it? It just seems too short. And now it's time, Matt Burns, for might not be the main event, but it's the biggest match on the card by a long way. What are we talking about?
This would be the Unseen 17 versus the Beast Incarnate.
I'm going to say something funny here, Matt Burns. When my eldest son first started watching wrestling, and he was watching wrestling and he loved it, but he didn't quite understand everything that the commentators said. The amount of times I heard him call Brock Lesnar the Beast in Cardiff is something else. Honest to God. The Unseen 17 against the Beast in Cardiff. So John Cena, Brock Lesnar, huge match. How could you do Cena's retirement year without this match? All the controversy around Brock Lesnar, his personal life, lawsuits, etc. I mean, we've got to put it out the window for this opportunity to have this match. Apparently, I mean, we're not going to get onto the politics of it on the show. It's a bit, it's a bit tough.
Not touching that one.
But love it or hate it, I think having John Cena and Brock Lesnar one more time in this farewell year really makes sense. It's certainly the biggest name John Cena will have wrestled this year.
And his most destructive opponent.
Yeah, but he's also the biggest name. If you think about WWE and star power, there isn't any bigger star power than Brock Lesnar now. There's no Undertaker, you know, there's no Triple H. There's none of those there's none of them old school. Steve Austin. There's all them old school wrestlers that we haven't got anymore. We haven't got that star power. Brock Lesnar is the biggest thing, other than John Cena, obviously, to a star versus star main event that we've possibly got, and I'm here for it. But I also think that this is a one and done. And because it's a one and done, my prediction going in really early here, Matt Burns, is the Unseen 17, the face that runs the place. It's John Cena.
How do I do this?
Do what you want, mate. Do what you like.
Because bear this in mind, Brock is a force of nature.
Yeah.
And out of the two of them, one of them can take a loss.
Either of them can take a loss.
Well, either of them can take a loss, but one of them is most likely going to be having a bit of a break after the match.
Yeah. Yeah, one of them's got, 5 dates left? The other one, we have no idea.
Exactly. And it's the factor of the no idea is whether, could this, be the last match depending on the certain outcomes of certain situations. But we're not going to talk any more on that. I am going to go with the last real world champion, the Unseen 17, John Cena.
Very nice. So we've basically done exactly what we did for the last PLE. So we've out of the 5 matches, we've matched for 4, and we've got one that the points will rest on. So Io Sky versus Stephanie Vaquer, women's world title. You've gone Stephanie Vaquer. I've gone Io Sky. Usos versus the Vision. We've both gone for the Vision. CM Punk and AJ Lee versus Seth Rollins and the man Becky Lynch in mixed tag action. We've both gone CM Punk and AJ Lee. Cody versus Drew for the WWE title. We've both gone for Cody Rhodes. And John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. We've both gone for John Cena. You can't see this. Matt Burns, that is our predictions for Wrestlepalooza this week. Thanks so much for watching along with the predictions with us. It's been really good. Remember, get your predictions into the live chat or into the comments below. We really want to know what your predictions are. And hit that subscribe button, man. It helps. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Now, Matt Burns, I know you are desperate to talk about some of this week's news.
Yeah, there's one piece that I'm...
Hold on, man. Hold on. We're going to the news.
This just in.
There you go.
Rules!
Do you know what? I thought you'd forgot what you had to do then.
No, I did not. Now, there is a piece of news that I want to cover because it wasn't... to say it was sudden is an understatement. And that is the release of Andrade. Now, a lot of people are sitting there talking, he's been released. If you haven't been watching what's been going on, because 1 minute he was on SmackDown, he was vying for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships with Rey Fenix.
Yeah.
Then he suddenly went sort of missing for a little bit, him and Ray Phoenix did. And then all of a sudden he's just gone straight to the alumni page and he's out the door.
Gone. Gonzo. Romeo Gonzo.
With still 16 months on his contract.
Yeah, which is unheard of because normally they just let you rot.
Normally.
What the Fed does.
Now, a lot of people have been sitting there saying that it's just to do with a form of relationship. Nope.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But what they are saying is that it wasn't mutual and it wasn't budget cuts. So it wasn't requested by Andrade. It wasn't a mutual decision. And WWE insiders say it wasn't related to budget cuts.
No, it wasn't. And the weird thing about it is the thing that's been coming up a lot lately is wellness violation.
Yes.
Now, a lot of people are saying, so does that mean he's broken the wellness policy? Not quite. Not quite, because the wellness policy is when they've actually broken and they've failed the actual exam.
The tests, yeah.
The test. Now, the violation could be that they haven't got the test done in time. It could be something else.
Could be a missed test, yeah, absolutely.
Could be a missed test. The only problem is what makes me think it's not a missed test is the fact that he was actually escorted out of the building of a SmackDown taping. As to what it is, we don't know.
Time will tell, certainly.
And it's absolutely shocking over it because it's just happened so abruptly. Now, some people are speculating, is this a loophole on how to get out of a contract?
Hey, if it is, it's worked. Absolutely worked for Andrade. Do we think he'll go back to the
AEW?
The AEW? Do we think that's what he'll do? I mean, he wasn't setting the world alive over there, was he? But he did come back to be in the same company as his wife, and then they split up. So
I believe we've just had a comment. Just a moment.
Wait, got a comment in.
That we do.
Nick's here. What's up, fellas? Greetings from your friend in the USA. USA. Thanks, Nick.
Thank you.
Nice to have you, mate. We're just talking about the release of Andrade. So interested to know your thoughts in the chat if you've got them.
Now, for me, it just seems really unusual on the fact of how abrupt it was. The real question is what's gone on here, because some people are sitting there saying, he's upset two big massive companies. WWE is absolutely livid with him, and it's supposedly AEW shrugged the shoulders at him. Now, I've already seen on interviews from Tony Khan, he's actually not exactly. He hasn't said he's saying no to him coming back. He hasn't said he's not welcome back. He actually turned around and said he hasn't burnt any bridges per se. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, and let's not forget, Andrade's a damn good hand. I mean, he's running as a heel in NXT before he left was absolutely fabulous. Andrade's better as a heel, needed to lead the LWO. First he loses his wife, now his job, poor guy. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Poor guy. Thoughts and prayers to Andrade.
Now, what I also found interesting during this entire period of time is the fact that somebody's actually reached out to him on social media.
Right.
Maxwell Jacob Freeman. Literally pointing up, Ayo, Andrade El Idolo. I'm a be in Mexico beating the ever-loving bleep out of Mystico at CMLL in front of all of your broke-ass countrymen. Let me know if you want to grab a probably margarita, before I hope on my jet to Toronto to whoop Mark Briscoe's hillbilly ass.
So we're opening the door potentially to an AEW move for Andrade. He did post a brief message that I saw saying, thank you, WWE, which many interpreters confirming the departure. But he hasn't given any detailed reasons, Andrade, why he's left publicly either. So
at the same time, he might not be actually he might be actually with that little message that could be like a bit of an olive branch, sort of, okay, fair enough, I'm done. That's it. Moving on.
Yeah. And we don't know what the status will be of, normally when they leave a contract, they have a 60, 90 day policy. But with him being released in the way that he has been, with 18 months left on his deal, who knows what the contractual obligations will be there. So that'll be very interesting to see.
It's been done before. It was 90 days the last time when it was done. I can't remember who it was on, but it was 90 days.
Okay, well, that's good to know. So that's the fresh news on Andrade.
Now, I want to put a bit of my own personal thoughts on this.
Yeah.
On if he does go back to AEW. I think the first time he went to AEW, it was during the time when AEW was buying all that talent and bringing them all in. And
too many, weren't there? Too many.
It was too many, got lost in the shuffle. And lately, AEW's been less buying of new talent and been using more focus on their current talent, what they've got.
Yeah.
So he might actually fit better right now if he does decide to go or anything. And plus, even if he does, even if that is the case, he's also got the option of CMLL. Now, another thing that was also thrown, that could also be thrown in why there was a bit of a disagreement between him and WWE, is the fact that he was non-contactable over them wanting to ask the question of whether he wants to work with AAA, and supposedly he wasn't interested in wrestling for AAA.
Really?
Yeah.
That surprises me.
So there's quite a bit of what's going on here. Some people are wondering, as with him saying he doesn't want to wrestle for AAA, has somebody thrown their toys out the pram, or is there something else? Now, we don't deal with speculation; we deal with cold facts. We only deal with the burning truth.
That's it, mate. Get it in. Yeah, that's how this podcast started.
That it is. But I want to hear your thoughts on what you think is next for Andrade for Andrade. What do you think?
Good save there, mate. Good save not saying the surname.
No, I'm not going to go there. I'm not being the butcher again.
Again. Okay. So that's Andrade. Is there any other news that you wanted to cover while we are here?
There is one I'm tempted to cover.
Go on.
But I feel as though if we do cover it, one of us going to be scared of getting shot, but we're not going to go there.
Well, Matt Burns, I wanted to issue a belated happy anniversary. Because did you know that a year and 3 weeks ago, we successfully regenerated the Burning Truth?
Scary, isn't it?
A year and 3 weeks ago. And we missed the 12-month changeover. But yeah, that's how long it's been since we've been back. So from episode 334, when I joined the podcast with yourself, to now at episode 386.
I'm just trying to double check it. It is 386.
Yeah, 386. So 52 episodes later.
It just goes to show time does fly. But there is one more piece of news I wanted to cover.
Go on then, dude.
Which is Jerry the King Lawler.
Yes. Sad news, this one.
It is. Unfortunately, he's had a stroke. However, since then, he has issued his first statements since having it. Because he suffered a stroke at Florida at 2 weeks. The health scare caused him to miss several planned conventions appearance. Now he's provided an update on his current health and how the incident happened. Lawler told Fox 13 Memphis that he had not been taking his medication in the days leading up to him having this stroke. Although he says he's having trouble with his vision, didn't recognize his home. Lawler says the stroke was a minor one.
Yeah, and this is his third one in the last 7 years. He had one in 2018 and in 2023, didn't he? So,
yeah, despite his health setback, he's saying he's feeling pretty good. He said that wants to thank the fans for their support. I remember this is a quote from him. I remember lying in bed in the hospital and when people that I knew, like family members, come in and I didn't even recognize them. Laura told Fox 13, people kept coming out of nowhere to thank me and to pray for me. All of that means such great deal to him, and he wants to thank them all for it, basically. You know, like you just said, it's his third stroke that he suffered. His second one happened in July 2023. You know, Laura told Fox 13's Valerie Calhoun that he's focused on his recovery and will make sure he takes his medicine this time. Now, at the moment, he's still on his WWE Legends deal, but since last year, he believes his on-air career with WWE is over. The King last worked on full-time commentary, if I'm not mistaken, was back in 2020.
Yeah, it wasn't full-time then, was it? It was just doing a bit.
Oh, it's just
sad, man, because, you know, JR and the King are the voice of my childhood.
But do you want a little bit of an added little bit with this? Is the fact that while he's still under the care, you know, under contract with WWE, we know that WWE have done a lot for people with medical and everything as well. They generally have a policy where they take care of people, and we know this from such individuals like Scott Hall, because even when he wasn't under contract with them,
they look after the veterans. Of course they do. Yeah, absolutely. I want to cover very, very briefly before we say our goodbyes, Matt Burns. I do just want to touch on the fact that it was announced that 2027's WrestleMania 43 will take place outside of North America for the first time in Saudi Arabia. Let us know in the comments how you feel about it. I think it's a bit of a joke, but that's where we are. I don't want to talk too much more on it, but that's where I am.
We had John Cena vying for the UK. What happened?
Do you know what? I want a Rumble more than I want a WrestleMania, but that's
anything.
The fact that WrestleMania is going over there is just, it feels like sacrilege. Anyway, thank you for watching The Burning Truth. On that note, help us get to 1,000 subscribers. Hit that subscribe button. It's free to do. Hit the like. Share the video with your friends. Get your comments in below. Who do you think are going to win the matches at Wrestlepalooza? What are your predictions for CM Punk, AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch, Seth Rollins, for Cody versus Drew McIntyre, for John Cena versus Brock Lesnar, and all the others? Get them in the comments below. Let us know. You can also catch us anywhere on social media. Just type in The Burning Truth and look for the championship belt over my head, over Matt Burns' head, and behind his big, bulky, broad, muscular shoulders. What a sexy man. You can also check out our website, www.theburningtruthuk.com. Matt Burns, what else?
Of course, don't forget we are closing on 1,000 subscribers. If you haven't hit that button yet, now's the time. Help us hit the milestone of keep growing this amazing wrestling community. You know, because honestly, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for yourselves, you know, sharing the love. We really would.
Especially you, Nick.
Oh, definitely. And, you know, I always recommend you check out your local wrestling, because believe me when I say this, I'm always at wrestling. I'm always at, you know, either wrestling on local shows or just going to attend them myself, you know, and everything. And it keeps me absolutely busy nonstop. And I absolutely love it. And by doing that, I've also come across some individuals who ended up in WWE during the years of being at other shows. So you never know. You could be seeing the future of the WWE at your local show. But, of course, you know, one last thing I must ask everybody to do is, until next time, stay fired up, stay passionate, and remember, DFTBA. And in case you don't know what that means, it of course means don't forget to be awesome.
Spend my days working hard on the go, but I'm just kidding. Excelsior!